Hi everyone, my name is Lena and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here or if you've been following along, we've been working pretty tirelessly on our sunroom project and we sourced 9 very cool, very tall windows. They're over 6 feet tall, but there's 9 of them and they all 9 need to be reglazed. So it's Windows week. We're going to be working on windows all week, probably next week too. I feel like judging by one, the fact that I haven't done a lot of glazing, two, the window that we did for the bathroom, I reglazed that and it took me forever. I anticipate this taking some time. So we went ahead and just to save time, we went ahead and removed all of the old glazing off of the windows. That's something Tyler's been helping me with intermittently during the day. So I can go ahead and go in and just glaze. Now, like I said, I anticipate this taking quite some time. There's like a lot of different little squares and yeah, I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We always knew that, framing the sunroom and the majority of the big work would fly by, but honestly, we knew that the windows would really slow us down. So I'm excited to power through this. My goal is to do a window a day, 2 if I'm lucky. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, before I show you me working on the windows, I actually need to go back a couple days and show you what the space currently looks like because framing has been happening and it's actually still in progress and it's given Tyler and I the opportunity to plan and work on these windows. So this footage was from a couple days ago.
So now we have this large clear wall section that we have to install windows in, and it is a pretty large space. So essentially we have 16 feet of what is going to become windows all along this wall, and the wall section is going to be about 8.5 feet tall, so we got quite a lot of room that we need to fill with windows. So we got some windows from a local restoration place or a local salvage shop, and they're pretty tall, but we actually are not sure how many or how much area we have of window. Because the windows are kind of all slightly varying sizes and we haven't taken inventory because they were just such a good price that we had to get them, and also they were closing like 10 minutes after we got them. But our next step is essentially to take inventory of all of the windows that we're going to install here and then figure out what we're missing so that we can either build or try to search for additional windows that we're going to need for this wall.
So this is the window that we found. We have 9 of them, which you can just see how tall it is compared to me. We saw these and it's very clear that it came out of someone's sunroom somewhere. And that makes it even cooler is because we find these secondhand building materials and we get to use them in our home, which one, it's always affordable, and 2, it's usually very unique pieces that have a lot of character. I mean, it doesn't get much cooler than this. Okay, so don't mind me, the sun is in my face because it's been a long time. Tyler and I spent the last hour and a half talking about the windows. So we went ahead and, if you want to follow me, we laid them out. So we went ahead and laid them out, and the thing that we've been talking about is spacing and whether or not the windows should be joined. So other than this one, each of these by 2 are pairs, and then we also have 2 on the side. So we spent a long time talking about whether or not we liked the way it looked like this or joined, and the thing we ultimately came down to was we have an odd number of windows. We have 9, and we wanted to figure out a way to have it so that it doesn't look like we're one short, especially accounting for this corner. So this is what we came up with. I'm pretty happy with the results. We're going to be spacing them individually instead of pairing them. And we also decided, because I think 5 are the big ones and then we have 4 small ones. We decided to put the big ones here and then the small ones on the side. Yeah, I'm excited. Just seeing it like this makes me feel excited about the way it'll come out, but this is what we've accomplished today and I'm very happy with the results. I don't think we're stopping, right? We're going to do more, but what do you think?
I don't know. We can go for a drive and try to look.
Yeah, I was telling Tyler, I'm a very visual person, so whenever he was talking about, spacing and stuff, and I was like, no, we need to, pull out these windows so I can see what they look like, because, I don't know, I have a hard time, understanding what it'll look like, so I was like, we should just, drive around and see if we can spot some sunrooms. just because I want to make sure that, you know, this is the way that we want to go forward. But I think regardless, it'll look really cool. All right, so we actually bought some more of this window glazing in a bigger tub, but I transferred some of the one from the bigger tub to the smaller tub just because this one's easier to move. Yeah, when I started first reglazing, I did the bathroom window, and I think I mentioned in the video that I posted on about that window is that I stood here for like many hours trying to perfect it, but this time around I'm not going to get caught in that trap because window glazing is the type of thing that needs to set for like 30 days. So I pretty much anticipate us, you know, I anticipated getting dirty and getting handprints all over it. So there's really no point in trying to make it absolutely perfect because I know that the more time I spend on it, it could just be messed up. And even if we like sit there and try to be super careful, as I've mentioned prior, I believe that this is going to take a week or two. So as I finish the windows, I'm going to be storing them in our little shed. So you never know. Gotta keep the one thing that renovating has taught me is that I need to keep my expectations realistic. A lot of times I feel like when we've been approaching problems, especially with the bathroom, I feel like the bathroom was our first experience. Obviously renovating in this house, having a big project like that, but the bathroom really taught me that you can't be too hard on yourself. You know, these things take time. You know, you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna have to do things over and over. You have a lot of learning to do, but you know, it's all a part of the process, and can't really complain about it. Now can we? Yeah, we were really lucky because of all 9 of the windows, there was only 2 that had broken panels, and it was only 2 panels, which I feel like is very lucky. Because this is wavy glass, and I was talking to Tyler about it. He's got a lot of random facts about things, but he was telling me that wavy glass is not as popular as it used to be, so it would be harder to source. Thankfully, just because of the nature of our yard, we just have a pile of junk everywhere left over from the previous owners, and there was actually some scrap glass we were able to use, which is nice. All right, 1 down, many more to go. I can't even count. 6. There's 12 per window, 9 windows. 12 times 9 is, I don't know, like 100? Oh my god, do I have to do this 100 times? I don't know if that's right.
So here is one of our windows. These are the windows that we bought from a architectural salvage place. Bought them for a really good price, and we have 9 of them. So we need to get them installed, and Lena and I wanted them to be operable. It would be a heck of a lot easier to make them inoperable, but we wanted them to be operable, much to our downfall. That really created a lot more work. But when you have a window like this, you need to hinge it. So this is a casement window, and you need to put hinges on the side so that it can open, you know, out like that. Now, when you install the hinges need to be attached to something. And the thing that the hinges, or in the case of like a sliding window, kind of the wood around it that allows it to slide, that's called a window jamb. And this is our window jamb that we've been creating. Give you a close-up. So you can see that our window jamb has 2 big pieces. This is the outside, and then there's this little inset piece right here. I hope that you can tell what I'm trying to show. So there's like a little inset piece, and the window essentially fits in here, and it's flush with this surface. So we have to build these window jambs for all 9 windows, and they take a long time. These are made out of cedar. I picked cedar because it's pretty rot resistant, and it's not that expensive. It's actually just slightly more expensive than pine. So I've been building these things out of cedar for, God, it feels like forever. I feel like I started probably about a month ago and then stopped because I got preoccupied with other projects, and now I'm back to it again, and gosh, these things take a long time. So we have been building window jambs all day long, at least I have, and then Lena's actually been painting the windows and the window jambs after I'm finished with them. So I'm gonna go and give you a flavor of all of the work required to make some of these window jambs. Let's get started. All right, so the first step is to actually move the window just somewhere convenient and then measure it. So measure it in a few different spots just to see. I actually pre-measured this one, but this is generally my process, is I measure probably in about 5 spots because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't cut them perfectly straight. I tried my best, but it's not 100% straight. And it's just par for the course with this house. Like everything, nothing is straight. Everything is a little off. So it's fine. And then measure the top, or measure the length. And I try to do it in 3 spots. In taking those measurements, I then do a lot of math to determine what do I need to cut for all of this. And this math became annoying. It was very repetitive. And there's one thing that I don't like to do, and that is repetitive math, especially whenever it's just the exact same process over and over again. So let me show you what I did. All right, so just so y'all can understand what type of person I am, I built a Python code that essentially calculates everything I need and tells me exactly what the cuts are with tolerances and a little bit of wiggle room in there. And what the code spits out is it actually spits out the different lengths that I need and some pertinent information about the whole jamb assembly that I'm making. A little bit of wiggle room for hinges. Perfect. All right, and with that final step of caulking, we are finally done making one window jamb for our casement windows. Trust me, we got a really good deal on these windows, and they're really beautiful, so it's worth putting in all this work, but gosh, it is a lot of work and it's very time consuming. So looking at my stopwatch, it took me 38 minutes to make this one window jamb, and we have to make 9 of them. Now, I've made quite a few, so I've gotten a little bit faster, so 38 minutes is actually fast for me. Originally, gosh, this was taking me like an hour and a half sometimes when I was just figuring it out and when I was calculating everything by hand. So I'm gonna get back to making window jambs and try to finish this out so that I can finally finish this task that's, been weighing on me for over a month now. I'll see y'all later.